Hey guys, this is CursedSamuroid. Welcome to my channel. I hope you've been enjoying all the videos that I've been putting across. In this video, I'm going to cover a very unique request that came in. A colleague from my current state, 959, asked me if I can help him sell his base, and actually more than that, he wanted to know what would be the price he would get, since if he's never sold his base before, right? Well, to be honest, selling a base is quite complex. It's not as easy as it sounds. And of course, when it comes to determining the right price for your base, um, it's quite complicated. So first, uh, we'll go step by step to understand what are the things we need in order to sell the base. Uh, and then we'll look at other variables too, right? So the first thing, when you sell your base, you need to identify for what purpose you are selling. And when I say what purpose you are selling, it means, are you selling, did you prepare your base to be a main account, or did you create it for farming? Now, let's say if you did for main account, then there are different things you need to look at. If you did it for farm, then there are different things. And then the other components that are play at is, of course, the condition of the state, the buyer profile. So we'll look into all of that, right? Let's go with the farm account first, right? Say if you are um, a person who creates and sells base, uh, this video is definitely not for you because you already know what to expect. But this is mostly for people who do not know. They just played it for fun, now are tired, and really want to cash in on any opportunity if they do get. So for those guys who want to sell it, the first thing is the base level. If you have anything below base level 13, uh, do not expect any good price, right? Uh, the value of the base starts after base level 13. The higher the base level, the better the price, right? So the first is base level. Now, when we say, base level needs to be higher, then you get better price, there's a reason why we say that, because it unlocks a lot of the features in the base. For example, with base level 1, you can only have one farm, but with base level 18, you can have 6 farms. And when I say farm, I'm referring to the grain farms, right? So you need to have these ones above, or equal to your base level. If you're selling a base 13, then I would expect nothing less than base 13 and max 1. If you have the capability of putting um, four of this farm, but you've only put one, then nobody's going to be really interested. So if it has 4 slots and here in build, as long as it doesn't show anything, it says 3 out of 4 is what I can have. And if I'm meeting the target, then I'm pretty good. Here now, I can't grow it more, so that's fine. So that's same thing applies to lumber, lumber mill, the water well filter, the oil wells, of course the power plant, and moving on to this right side, definitely the iron refinery, right? Whatever your base level is, to ensure that you have the maximum of these already placed and they're all matching the base level, right? And what I call them is production unit because they produce stuff. The other thing is diamonds, right? If you have more diamonds, you can really quote a good price because the user would very much want some diamonds to be available to help him quickly with something that he needs to do in future. So diamonds is also a criteria you need to consider. Uh, Resource production cap, right? Now, because I have these refinery at level 3 and 4, and I have my storehouse at level, I think 3, right? My capacity for iron here is 1.7 K per hour, right? Which what it means is if my resource generation cap or the production cap is higher, the better. This doesn't come, it's not random. You need to ensure that whatever you have is on a higher level. Let's say, for example, my base is level 8, then the buyer would expect both these refiner, and if I have more, then of course all of them to meet this base level, right? And that would help you understand what is your resource generation per hour, and you can mention it, because this is quite a catch. If the person knows that, like for me, on my main base, I have got a production value of, I think, 100K per hour. And that's really a good thing for me, because in 10 hours, I have 1 million of iron for me, right? And that's a good thing. Um, well, that being said, the other thing that people look at is the resources that you have in backup. And when I say backup, if you see here, if I click on iron here, at the bottom it says use item stock, and that it says 288K. The higher, the better. Now, there is only one way of increasing it. If you do events like this, right? Sorry, going back, hourly challenge, you will have these resources that you would get here. Sorry, not in the first box. Yeah, second box, if you see 24 iron. So if you've done 10 events and each one you got 24 hours, you've got 240K iron in your stock, right? That is one. The other way to gather more iron is to go to the commercial hub and trade it. Now, I have here 21.4K. If I give, I exchange wood, then I'm going to get 24K iron. Let's look at it. I've got 288K. I'm going to exchange it, and let's see what I have now. It's now 312K, right? So that's my backup stock. So keep exchanging and ensure that you do not use them, because they are stock, right? All right, going back. Now, that was resources and backup. The other and the most important thing is the class of the base, right? Now here, if you take a look at my class, I need to have a class hold first. Let's see where my class hold is. Sorry, I've got too many bases, so it's really difficult for me to keep a track here. Here we go. This is my class hold. If I click on class, it shows I'm currently a trader, right? But of course, you can be a farmer, you can be a raider, you can be, there's one more class, builder, right? That comes with a different level. The farmers are if the person is buying it for farm, as a farm that he's going to attack to take more resources, then people would expect your base to generate more resources. And farmer class has, are better at have an upper hand in terms of generating resources or produces resources. Right? Like it says, farmer unique building. Farmer unique building greatly increases resource production, and bountiful harvest becomes available for massive resources, right? So that's the benefit here. If you're a farmer, that's amazing. If you're a trader, that's not a bad deal too, because you can exchange stuff, right? And I was not referring to the exchange in commercial hub. I was referring to the exchange more towards the bazaar. I think the bazaar is somewhere over here. I just don't remember where I put it. Yep, there is good bazaar, right? And here you have trade option. I'm sorry, not this trade option. Here you have three traveling merchant, and here you can exchange stuff for backup resources. Like I've got food for 1,000. I'm gonna take this, and I bought it. And I've got 199 diamonds. I'm gonna get this, which I'm really not gonna take. And then I have lumber that I can take, but I'm really not interested in buying anything right now. But if you're a trader, this is one of the good option too, right? And then comes the most important thing that any and every buyer would look at is the resource. Sorry, not the resource, but the research level. Of course, the higher the level of this institute, it's going to be great for you. But if you go to research here, let me click on it, and I'm going to click on next, go inside. Now, remember, if you have, instead of percentage, if you have max, that's a very good thing. If you do not have max, but the higher percentage, instead of 1%, uh, you would not get a good deal because people would want higher research to be done on their rapid production based development, not really on combat or medical advancement or basic military or this training part, but these two options at the top: rapid production and base development, and APC 1, APC 2, APC 3, APC 4, whatever we've got, plus class APC. The level should be higher. Now, some may argue, why do I need class APC? Well, or APC research to be done. I'm not going to fight, but you need to remember this. Your APC still can gather. The higher the number of your APC, the higher the troops that you have, it's going to be better because then your carrying load increases. Now you can open one of these things and see you've got high speed gathering, load improvement, 505. This is going to be amazing. You really don't need warrior resistance, shooter resistance, and the vehicle resistance, but you need NOS that'll increase the speed, but you can't come here till you upgrade them. So I would say initial couple of weeks are going to be a great investment um, if you ensure that these research are done till your last that is command hero, and of course once it says max, you can put in more troops, and that will improve your gathering speed, right? This is definitely there. Now, what we spoke till now applies to farm, definitely 100%, right? So let's take a quick look at what you need before we jump onto what on a farm account. Before we jump onto if you're setting it as a main account, so you need base level to be the top one. 13 and above is good. Production unit level, and the level of, the resources that it can generate is something it should match the base level. The higher the diamonds, better. Resource production cap should be always good. Resources in backup is something people look at. The class of your base is, if it's farmer or trader, it's going to be good. And research level both for farm as well as APC. The production should be higher and good, as well as your APC. And of course, you need to train your troops to fill in those, right? So that's what you need at this point, which is unique to a farm account. Now, um, jumping onto if you're planning to sell it as a main base, uh, you need everything that we spoke about in farm, definitely. But there's a couple of things more that you need is the troops. You need to have T7 or above if you're selling your base, right? T6 is good, T5 is good too, but remember, it's not going to fetch more price. If you've got T7, that's an amazing price. It's going to fetch you amazing price. If you have enhanced, T7 enhanced or T8 enhanced, that's going to get you much more better price, right? The other thing people look for, in a main account is how many shields and teleports do you have. Now, that can be found in the menu, and then you go to this small store, luggage kind of icon, that's your store. And here, like you see this, I've got this alliance teleport. So you have something called random teleport and advanced teleport. The higher the count, the better. And I do not have shield here, but if you do, here are a couple of shields. That would be a cherry on the cake, I would say, right? And definitely one more thing, both for farm as well as if you're going to use it at main account, you need to ensure that you've got good heroes. This is a new account, so you don't see much here, but if you scroll down a little, you have these heroes listed here. If you have orange heroes, they are better. If they are awakened, and when I say awakened, there is a separate video on how to ensure your heroes are awakened. Please do watch that, so you can get a better price. Now, this is what you need on a base, right? Now let's talk about the conditions that affect the sale. If your buyer is a spender, you're going to get a really good price because they're very thorough. They check everything, and if they're really impressed with your base, they're going to buy. and a spender would always prefer a level below his base. So if I'm on B19, I'm going to expect my farms to be B18 at least, so I can get more resources, right? That is one of the criteria for buy profile. The other is if it's somebody who knows you, you have a very you don't have an upper hand in that sale. So try and see if you find somebody who you don't know. That way you can negotiate, you can discuss, you can put across things that they want to, that might impress them. And of course, the major thing that plays role is the state condition and the alliance you are in. Um, if you are in a better alliance, there's a greater chance that you can improve your base faster. If you're in a smaller alliance, there's a chance you'll get attacked a lot. And when you get attacked a lot, you lose a lot of resources. So that's why people don't buy those kind of farms. Um, the other thing is state condition. Let's say if your state is a dead state, nah, I don't think anybody would be willing to invest in that state. So ensure you are in a state where you have a lot of sensible people who understand how to play this game, and then start building your accounts there, right? We've seen in past a lot of dead states, and people just wasted so much money, and they had to wait for the migrate event to migrate it. And there's going to be a separate video on migrate event too, which will be available in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. But for now, that's all you need. And additionally, remember your price would slash down by 50% if you're not providing the password for your email account. But if you are handing over your email account that has been used to, bind the account with the IM30 account, you're going to get a good price, right? Because in future, then that person can sell that email address and the account to somebody else and can get a good price there, right? So here's the thing. I'm going to put it in order now. Email and the password for that email account is not available, slash the price down by 50%. State conditions are not good, slash it by 100%. State conditions are good, you have a good scope there. If it is a farm account, and when I say farm, it's basically an account with low troops so that you can attack it and gain more resources and focus on improving your main base. Now, if it's a farm account, you need base level, higher the better, production unit, and the cap, how much it can generate in an hour, and it should meet the base level, of course. Your diamonds, resource production cap, resources in backup, the class that you have, and research level on APC. That's all you need for farm account. If it is a main base, then of course, whatever I discussed earlier, email, state condition, buyer profile, the prerequisites for a farm account, plus you need troops, teleport, shields, and heroes. This is all you need to consider. Now, honestly, nobody can tell you what price you should be selling at it. The best way is just reach out to a high level player and find out that if he was to sell his base, how much would he expect, and try and understand whether he's invested or not. Like for one, I'm not a spender. I don't spend on my base. I create base, and if I'm done with my videos, I just sell them off, right? So definitely, right? I mean, and then I give it out for a very cheap price. Like I've sold 2B18, 1B13, and 10 3B10. That's total of 6 bases for about just $80, right? And that's really because I did not look at making money, but then there are people who are selling their main bases for thousands of dollars as well. So like I said, buyer profile, the state condition also matters, and of course your investment. Now, other way of getting returns on your investment is go to different states, talk to people in that state, find out who the good spender is, reach out to him, talk to him, and if he's interested, let him know that you make the 50% payment now, and I will move it on the migration event to your state. But you need to understand the capability of migration, or the rules and regulations of a migration event, which I will definitely cover in the next video. Well, that's all for now. I hope this video helped you to understand how to determine the price. But remember, nobody else can determine the price of your investment. It's you who need to understand how much you are willing to sell the base for, considering the time you've put in, considering the money you've put in, and of course, also you need to consider all the criteria that I told about. So I hope this video helps you. I hope that you get a good sale. If you do like what I just discussed, please go ahead and hit the like button on this video. That encourages me to keep making more videos for you. If you are coming to the site for the first time, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. And most importantly, share it with your state, share it with your alliance, share it with your friends, whoever plays this game, so that everybody can benefit from the videos I'm building. You guys have a great day, and CursedSamuroid signing off.